to Fort Worth, Texas, and Amon G. Carter Stadium, home of the TCU Horned Frogs. And the Jayhawks will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking to move it through the air. It's complete to the right.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Here comes a third down situation, and the defense hasn't been able to slow them down. Little touch pass to the receiver. Inside the 30. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Leaves it with the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They'll go empty and 5 wide on 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Got some room to run. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Kansas. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And David, you know, it's funny, I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Give to the running back. Got room at the 35. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Caught in the backfield. It's all red. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Line getting set on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
He's going to pass. He's looking deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They go to the draw. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. Trying to pick up a first down. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to him on the ground. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Quarterback checking off. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
That's the end of the quarter. Kansas has the lead here. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, TCU! An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Kansas Jayhawks offense has its first opportunity of the day. And you'd better be sharp throwing the football to the outside, Jesse, because both of these teams have lock-up corners.
And they're really good at baiting you into throwing their way as well. You got to be careful. And, David, I like these guys, too, because they're not afraid to get their face in the fan and support the run game.
No doubt. And it's fun because when you're a defense and you can shut down half the field, you can do so many different things to give other guys help because you trust these guys.
Slips one guy, and now he's loose. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield. 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Trying to get to it. He's going to run it.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Quarterback now breaking the field. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. The Jayhawks will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field.
looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to power their way ahead. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. He's going up top. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Smart offensive coordinators, they're going to throw deep balls, especially those 50-50 balls you hear about all the time. My wide receiver is better than your DB. Well, not on this play.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Morris. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. And that ball is picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
You've got to be sharp in the red zone. You can't turn the football over in the red zone. You got to be crisp. You got to be on time. You can tell the defender made him pay. Nice interception, stealing points now off the board.
Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's 1st down again. He's looking to throw it. Fires left. A strike downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And this one's not working, he'll just throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Caught near the sticks. It's Baker. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Dances away. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Throws for the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this and you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs. First down here for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got it set up on the outside. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Toner. He makes the connection. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connection. The timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll come out throwing on first down. Got him downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And the pass is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to start the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the 2nd half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little 2nd half running the football from right of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the 2nd half so that they can win this game.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buys a little time. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. Got his man quickly. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Defense.
The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. This crowd knows when to bring it. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rock Chalk.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Liberty went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab some serious attention. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Flames ever do that? 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome. And certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got it behind the line. It's Payne.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Power football with the run. Runs through a tackle. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
They've got the screen set up. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give from the gun. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored up.
Touchdown, Jayhawks! They take the lead with the 6. Lining up for the PAT. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big, a lot of times you get a DB matched up on him, he can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking for a deep man. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, TCU! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, it's Toner. He finds his man. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Jayhawks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. To the air on first down. Feeling some heat. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You can tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Falling on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
TCU 28, Kansas 21.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Running behind that left side. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Quickly to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
And what really made that corner route work was the receiver not telegraphing where he was going. He kept his eyes down the field. So the DB in man coverage didn't know if he was breaking inside, if he was going to continue running straight, maybe going to the post, maybe turning around for a curl. It was the corner route, though, and as a result, they pick up a big chunk of yards.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. It's a draw. Fakes his man out. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And you can see why it's so tricky for a defense to have to stop these draw plays. Everything the offense is doing is telling you pass. The quarterback, the offensive line, the running backs delaying. You've taken your deep drop in coverage, and now you've got to rally and find the football and do it, trying to avoid these big 300-pound bodies running at you full speed. Not an enviable task.
Dropping back, it's Toner. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk! What a catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
This guy reminds me a little bit of Devontae Smith back in Alabama winning the Heisman. This guy makes plays week in, week out. Top 5 right now in the nation in receiving yards, and that's why he's in the Heisman discussion.
Brought down after a 5-yard gain down to the 7. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The hand to the running back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. Caught, close to the marker, it's Baker. Touchdown, TCU! They move on top here in the 4th. They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Kansas offense returns to the field. It's a one-possession game in the 4th. Looking downfield, it's Toner. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Horned Frog! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
These guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks. But
What a job to lay out and make the catch. And the Jayhawks will hustle to the line.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Let's see if the defense comes after them. Third and short from the 45. They keep attacking through the air. Lofts one high and deep. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. They cannot believe it. A great play on the interception is wiped away with the roughing the passer call. Trying to find his man on first down. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Wide open downfield. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. It's first down from the 11. Fires into the end zone. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. South Carolina is ahead in Columbia, but that's not exactly George Rogers out there scoring touchdowns. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Ole Miss. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. Got a wide open receiver. Touchdown, TCU! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Dropping back, it's Toner. It's complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Dialing up a second down pass play. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Working on the right. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
It's second down.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got his man downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly.
The throw is incomplete.
Second down coming up.
Second down.
He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Back open in the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On fourth down, going to the air. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. Looking to throw, it's Toner. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. And here we go, final play of the game right here. He wants to throw here on second down. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone, won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
This may seem meaningless, but you can't prove that to everybody. And they'll make the extra point, but they still lose it by a touchdown.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.